everybody, and welcome to this really cool lesson, and we're doing Purple Rain by Prince. It's a really fun song, pretty simple, but great one to play, and pretty distinctive even on an acoustic, which is what we love. Okay, first of all, capo on the first fret, standard tuning. What we're going to do is learn the main riff, which is based around an A sus2 chord, which, if you don't know that chord, it's just 2nd fret D string, 2nd fret G string, and an open B, open high E. Nice lush sounding chord. Okay, now you've got a couple of ways you can play it. You can play it with index and middle fingers, or you can play it with middle and ring fingers. There's a reason why, because the next chord is a sus2 over F sharp. Okay, this chord can be called other names, so don't worry about the names too much. Basically it's the same shape with an F sharp in the bass. Okay, so if you're playing it with index and middle, you're going to have to put your thumb over the top to play that second chord on that 2nd fret low E string in the bass, which is awkward for some people. The other option is simple: play the chord with middle and ring fingers, and then use your index finger to play that note on the F sharp on the bass. So it'd be like this: middle and ring on 2nd frets D and G, index comes over to play 2nd fret on the low E. Okay, that's your first two chords. Third chord's easy, well for most people it is, it's E major. And then your fourth chord is D sus2, which is like a D major without any fingers on the high E strings. It's open high E. It's basically open D, 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, open high E. Make sure that high E string's clear and ring it out, and this ring finger's not rocking back and killing that off. Okay, so that's all the chords in the song already. Okay, so the strum pattern we'll talk about in a minute. Just want to do 4 down strums on each chord. Just get used to the changes. Okay, once you're happy with that, you can start adding a bit of strumming. I tend to use the modern strum pattern with this one. It sounds great, it works really well. And if you don't know, it's a down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up strum pattern. So it's a down, down, up, down, and then down, down, up. Lots of our inner circle songs uses this strum pattern. It's a really popular one. It sounds great, so you've got to learn it. Check out the Strumming with Soul course if you don't know it. It's such a good strum pattern. Okay, so that's the strum pattern: down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Break it up into 3 chunks, as I always say. So you can do the down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Okay, and then just put it all together, smooth it out as you're doing it. You might notice the very first down, I'm just hitting the root note for each chord. So for the A chord, the A sus2, I'm hitting the A string, and then that's replacing the first down strum. So that's your down. Just replaces the first down strum. Okay, and then for the next chord, the A sus2 over F sharp, the bass string is where the thumb is on that low E string. Okay, and then the E is the open low E string. And then for the D, it's the D string. So those are your bass notes, so just hit them at the beginning of each bar. Okay, if you struggle with that strum pattern, you can always come back to it. You can use the go-to strum, as I call it, if you're stuck, which is down, 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 up, which would be. building it up. Notice all I did there, it's 3 downs and then a down up at the end. The first down is just the bass note, as I was just on about, for the go-to strum. Now a lot of people use a really basic strum when they struggle with any more complicated strumming. They use down, 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 which is exactly what we're doing with the go-to strum, but we're just adding an up at the end, and that up makes such a difference. Just all downs is really flat, really boring, but a little up lifts it a little bit. Still fairly basic, but it sounds good. And when you're singing, you can use that as well. It's a good singing strum if you struggle with playing and singing. Okay, so there's a couple of different strum patterns you can use. That's all the chords. We're going to talk about the structure. So what we just done there was the intro. Play that through once. A sus2 over F sharp, E, D. Play that through once for the intro. And then we start singing. We do it again. And then the third time, which is what leads into the chorus, we do it again. So it's the A over F sharp, and then we do the E for a 4 bar, 3, 4, and then 2 more strums on the E, 1, 2, before we go to the A sus2 for a strum stop, and then we lead into the chorus there. So let's just describe that again. So A sus2 over F sharp, E for a 4 bar of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 2, 4 bar, so 2 beats at the end. So it's like 6 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then A sus2, stop. Okay, and then when you stop that A sus2, you count to 4, counting the first strum as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go into the chorus. Okay, so it's a big gap, but he fills it out with a bit of singing and the drum beat comes in. Okay, so you've just done that stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the chorus starts, which is 2 bars on the D sus2. And then back into the A sus over F sharp, and then E, and it's quite a long time on the E, so it's actually 3.5 bars on E here. Okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then A sus2, stop again, before it all comes back in around for the verse chorus again, so it just loops around. That's all the parts. So we'll just do the chorus together one more time. So it starts with that little bit of a break, that 4-beat break before from the A sus2, but the chorus begins on the D sus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, and 2, and stop. All begins again back on the A sus2 for the verse. But what's cool is it fits the vocals really well on this E chord, because the first 2 bars is just nothing, no singing, but the third bar and the extra 2 beats at the end is where it builds into a bit of singing before he does a stop. So it's kind of like this. Only want to see you bathing in the purple rain. And then rain hits on the A sus2. And then before you go back into the... So it sounds really cool, and it fits, the guitar fits the vocals really well. So even if you just sing it badly like I do, then just sing it, just have a bit of fun and get that vocals going with it. Okay, so there's quite a bit going on there in terms of structure. It's pretty simple, but you've got to get your head around that amount of time that you spend on the E, particularly leading into the A sus2, and then there's the big breaks before it comes back around. That's all the parts, you know, in the rhythm. It sounds really cool. It's just a lush, nice song. If you play electric and you've got a chorus pedal, put one on, turn up the chorus right all the way up just to get that classic 80s Prince sound. You know, it's really cool. It's really distinctive, but it sounds really good on acoustic. It's a nice one to perform live and play and just get some singing because everybody knows the words, and it's a really cool song. Pretty romantic, you know, in a lot of ways, but very cool. Okay, hope you enjoyed that lesson, and I'll see you in a video soon. Cheers, bye bye.